Oh, okay. Transylvania. Fresh map. Never been played before. Okay, so the goal of this series is basically to explore the map. We're on hiker difficulty, just because I'd like to grab zones. And I would like to get a whole bunch of trophies. Hopefully we can fill up all of these plaques. I'd like to get the rares. Aiming for 4 stars or better. Trying to get as many zones as possible. Finding good weapon loadouts for each of the regions. And getting all the missions done. So I'm assuming somewhere in here is going to be an office with our first mission. Now I'm probably going to split these up between VODs and live streams. So that might be all on YouTube, or it could be over on Twitch. I'd probably like to try keeping it on YouTube, but it makes more sense for me to do it over on Twitch. So in the description I'll put my my Twitch handle there. Do we not have any missions? Okay, this will be a good guide to for anybody that is just starting out, how to approach a map. And maybe what to prioritize. I'm just going to go through and make sure that I got everything owned. And then we will check the encyclopedia. I thought there'd be a story mission here. Okay, so what do we got here? I guess working on unlocking these private areas will be something to do too. So it looks like there's 4 of them. We're not going to buy them. We're going to try unlocking them. Okay, so I guess there is no missions.
You've discovered Transylvanian floodplain habitat. The steady power of the Danube River has enabled development of various life forms in the floodplain region. This area contains a high density of waterfowl.
Skip. Okay, grey lag, geese, and ducks. Okay, so we don't have any missions. Okay, well this might be our starter region. I'm not sure yet. Looks like it would be easy, and if I was to work on this, I'd probably go left to right, right to left. Wind is blowing south for the next 6 in-game hours with cloud cover. Okay, sort by territory, please. Transylvania. Okay, chamois. So what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do first up, is just inspect what we have on the map. And I'm sort of a person who, if I do change the time, it usually starts at like 5:30. Okay, so chamois. I'm looking hunting tier 5. Mountains. Okay, we're sort of in floodplains. Grey wolf. Grey lag geese. Hunting tier 1, so that's a new species to me. Okay, so wolf of 5, chamois are at 11. So chamois are similar to mule deer and white-tailed deer with their drinking. Pheasants, okay. Red fox, wild boar. It's 11, okay, so got to remember that's with mule deer and white-tailed deer. Wild duck. Why am I not getting all the animals? because I know that there's fallow deer. Sort by territory. Transylvania. Why is this only showing me some? Okay, that's right. Let's just go through. Do you have to actually click on something? Like a track to unlock it? Which doesn't make sense why I would have chamois there. Okay, whatever. We'll come back to that at a later date. Okay, so for weapons, let's go to our locker. There's only going to be an hour-long video too, so let's try fitting in as much as possible. I'm going to grab a bow, and I'm going to get the Harpy Wonder hit. This one's better. The buffed an Apex Predator, but I've been trying to use this a bit. And let's go. We'll just go with this. Hunting tier 5. I'm assuming there's going to be bear and red deer. But who knows if we'll actually come across it. Okay, binoculars. We want the 10s. We'll put these stands in. I've put all my stands down on Nez Perce Valley because I just finished a series on that. So I don't know if I get, what, 10 each per map or if it's 10 each per game, if that makes sense. Okay, callers. Let's go with Predator Caller, just a generic one. I want to try focusing on the fitness levels of the animals a bit more than what I did on Nez Perce Valley. But we'll just figure it out as we go along. Okay, so there's goose and ducks, which I don't really want to start off on. Caribou, no. Sitka deer, no. Okay, nothing there, nothing there. They did say that they had wild boar. So let's bring that. And I know they have red deer. But they also have roe deer. Okay, maybe we skip. Let's skip the predators. Let's go roe deer. Hog. Red deer. Oh, but wait, they have fallow deer too. I'd probably prefer that than the hog caller, to be honest. And I'm assuming that's going to be a rattle. Caribou? No. Fallow deer? Am I missing something? Deer grunt caller. Okay, that calls in fallow deer. Okay, let's get that. Let's grab the fallow deer. Okay, so this is going to be our starting loadout for now. Timing game 8:09. Okay, so this is kind of cool. New map. So to do the last iHunt series with no time changes, I did it on Nez Perce Valley, and I have a little over 300 hours on that map, but it's time for a change, I think. And do I really want to hunt the floodplains? I guess we can go have a look. We'll have a look here. We can always change it later, like our loadout. I'm assuming there's going to be like a lot of waterfowl down here, which we're not really equipped to hunt. Another thing that I'd like to do is eventually unlock all the skills and perks for your character. So there is one for the drone on this map, by going around and getting all the points of interest, I think. This one here, Explorer. Collect all Transylvania collectibles, so that's another thing that I'd like to do. But I'll also like to finish this off. The break action. I've still got 2 more to go. So I need a total of, what, 17? Which was kind of difficult. I don't know if it's intended, but you have to hit lungs. Which ducks and the white geese, I don't know what they're called, they don't have lungs. So if you're trying to do that, you have to sort of aim for foxes and the little badgers, is what I did to get it that high. And every now and then you might be able to call a deer in. All you have to do is hit the lungs. You don't actually have to down the animal, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. Just turn Hunter Sense on. The reason I'm playing on hiker difficulty is just so I can grab zones, basically. And eventually when I get tired of doing the iHunt series, or on a random stream every now and then, we will put it onto Ranger. Okay, so our breeze is 5 meters a second. It's heading out across the water. Okay, Eurasian badger. So that's one that we didn't see before in the encyclopedia. So it must be that you have to collect zones. But that might help with our break action shotgun leveling up. I have no idea where the good areas are on this map. As you've seen before, it's the first time I've ever played it. So let's head down here. One thing that you'll notice too, throughout the series, if you go back and watch some of the live streams, is that I don't really use a vehicle a lot. It just sort of defeats the purpose of using a vehicle when you can't see the zones. And zones are in my top 3 objectives to do. So we're going to be grabbing every zone that we can see. It shouldn't be too long before we get a call from something. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite region. Okay, let's just check our stands. Okay, so we got 10 and 10. Okay, so you get 20 per map, which is good. That way I don't have to go back and pick up any off the ground, off Nez Perce. I will be trying to use them a lot more on this map, just because I have been told that it's very hilly. So maybe they might come into play more. I've been using them on Nez Perce to mark any animals that I want to keep tabs on, basically. I just use them as a marker. So if on my map I see that there's a stand there, I know that there was either a 3-star adult or maybe a rare or something that I wanted to keep tabs on. Well, I actually have to do some mathematics here too, eventually, because what I like to do is to keep tabs on different animals. So I'm assuming that if there are bear on this map, bear are probably going to be the most long-lived species. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how many hours I need to play, how many in-game days before they respawn, because that might be kind of interesting. If we go through and we shoot all our low fitness things, wait for the respawns to come through, and then double check to see like how higher in fitness they become once you get rid of the low fit. Because on Nez Perce I just kind of shot everything, to be honest with you. which gave me nearly $300,000, but wasn't really focused on getting all of the low fitness stuff. I just kind of eyeballed them, and if they had like bad racks or they looked low genetics, I'd shoot them. Yeah, it seems to be pretty dead down here through here. 8:33 a.m. I'm assuming this marker's down here on this house. But so far the map kind of looks nice. I like the trees. There is lots of open areas. It is kind of hilly, not gonna lie. Definitely a good change of pace. I like the colour scheme. I love the zoomable binoculars as well. See, I was somebody that used to carry the 8 times around. I kind of wish there was a 6 times. Something in between 4 and 8. So I used to double up on the binoculars before they put the tripods down. I'd have the 8s and the 10s. And I'd use the 8s more. I only ever really swapped to the 10 times zoom if I needed to, like, read an animal. Or get a better look at him. But for anybody in the video watching now, I'm on the PlayStation 5 version. And I think my FOV is scaled as much as possible, so it kind of has like a fisheye lens to it. Just a little bit. You'll notice it on the sides of the screen. Let me know if that's like too off-putting. I can drop it down a little. I'm really surprised that we haven't come across either more zones or an animal call. I really think that there'd be waterfowl down here. Okay, I might just run around for a little bit. Okay, we do have calls. Ducks. I don't have anything really to shoot them with except the crossbow. There's a zone right there. So I'm just assuming they're the exact same as what was on Nez Perce Valley. I mean, I probably shouldn't shoot one of these. Probably still won't shoot it, but might get lucky. There we go. First kill confirmed. Transylvania. Female duck. Now, usually if I was duck hunting, I'd bring the duck wench caller, and it usually does bring them back over the top of you, but it looks like they're going to fly back over anyway. $12. I'll take it. Wasn't anything better in there, was there? 2-star mature. Grey lag geese. Okay, really coming across some more zones. So this is pretty much the bird hunting area of the map, I'm guessing. The amount of water that's here. It kind of bold of me to say after only picking up 2 zones. But this looks like a nice area. Come down here early morning with a shotgun. Yeah, I don't know why I keep checking up on that hill. I've checked it 5 times already. Now, zones are going to be important for me to get, just so I can keep track of where animals are. And I know people will say that there is a something somewhere by somebody where it shows you every herd in every zone on a particular map, but I regard that as cheating, and I don't exploit, I don't cheat, I don't mod. The only thing that I've done to this game is add night vision capabilities for myself, which we will probably utilize, obviously, over night time, if it gets dark enough. I have sort of noticed that it doesn't get that dark of a nighttime anymore. I don't know if they've changed it, or if it's just certain conditions on Nez Perce Valley, or different areas where it is sort of required. So it'll be interesting on this map to see if we need it or not. But we have that. We'll turn that on. If you'd like to know how to add night vision to the game if you're a streamer or you're doing content, you can either join my Discord or just leave a comment below. And if you're interested in the settings that I use, I can do like a video or just briefly describe it underneath. Hoping that eventually they'll add it into the game. There's a small set of binoculars and a scope. Or if they want to put on full NVGs, that'd be fine too. Cabana Perduta Lost Cabin. Yep. There's not a lot here, is there? Is that literally all there was? Okay, we have another question mark that way. Which way is the wind going? That direction. It's going offshore. Well, let's just continue our walk along here. I want to get away from the water, so we might head back up into these trees and see what zones we can find. Because at the moment, there was Eurasian badger, grey lag geese, wild duck that we've found in this area. I'd like to see if we can find some more animals. This is going to be a very slow-paced kind of series. So what I might do is do a combination of streaming the map, which will probably be the majority of the content, and maybe at the end of each region, which I'll tell you how I determine whether or not I've fully hunted a region. Maybe I'll do like a quick recap, like a recommended loadout, times of day, kind of different runs on the map, if that makes sense, or routes, I guess you could also say, that I like to do. Maybe like areas of interest. Maybe give it a rating out of 10, even though I kind of don't want to do that, because, you know, my favorite might not necessarily be somebody else's favorite. But how I determine whether or not I've finished a region is basically the fog of war on the map and whether or not I've found the majority of the zones. So a small region like this, just looking at it right now, and here's some grey lag geese coming up here. I probably would only do maybe like 4 or 5 runs early in the morning or throughout the day, I guess. Because it's so narrow, I don't think you'd need a lot. Well, I kind of want to get a grey lag goose, but I am going to refrain from shooting any young because I am trying to improve the genetics a little bit more than what I did on Nez Perce Valley. Oh my god, a bit of a miracle shot. It's over his back. Didn't spook him. I think I just seen a mushroom too, just there in front of me. Over his back. Oh, it's just creeping a little bit closer. Wait, where's that mushroom? There was a mushroom. I can't pick it up or anything. That's a shame. Should be right here. There's a zone there. I'll grab that here in a second. 1-star mature. He was on the left. Okay, you know what? Let's just get binoculars. Is that him? Wonder how tougher the geese are to get compared to just the ducks and pheasants. Like, are they more tanky? Or do you have to get closer? Oh, you see they're flying back over the top. I don't need the duck winch caller. Looks pretty cool. 50. Okay, we'll grab these 2 zones and then I think I'll kind of want to stick up into the trees. Because at the moment, just thinking loadout wise, for this region, it's basically a shotgun and duck collars. That's all we've come across at the moment. At the halfway point, we shot 2 things. Which isn't too bad. We've got a lot of zones, but again, ducks. Ooh, okay, wild boar. Okay, class 5, drinking rarely. Now they drank from 11. So what's the time? 9:25. So they shouldn't be too far away. I'm assuming they spend time up in the hills. Which, once we get rid of the fog of war, we'll be able to see the terrain a little bit better. Oh wait, his home range is all the way up there, that badger. Okay, yeah, let's come up here. Actually, I lied. Let's grab this zone right in front of me. Okay, so we're at the halfway point, which now I've got to determine, do we stick with this region? Or do we want to explore elsewhere? Our starting lodge, Franz Ferdinand Summer House. Isn't that a band? Silver Bullet Range. Oh, they got a shooting range here too. That'd be good to check out. I kind of need a shooting range that goes out past 200 meters. And if they added like skeet shooting into a range as well, so I can practice with the shotguns, I think that'd be pretty cool. So I saw a zone. Yeah, so we've got to think, do we stick with this region and just hunt ducks? Ducks, geese, maybe the odd wild boar, which is tier 5. So a rifle would be fine, which I think we have the 308 Steyr monoblock. Although I think the 270 might be good as well. I don't use a lot of the DLC weapons, just because when I started playing this game, they didn't have any DLC weapons, I don't think. So maybe that might be something that we can try to... Yeah, let's just... We'll walk down the road. I kind of don't want to, because most of the time the zones will be in here. So we'll walk just off the road. Just treat it like we're playing a game of DayZ, where you don't want to run on the road, but we'll keep the road to our left here. And we'll stick into the trees. Grey Wolf 380 to 400. Right on the edge of our region. We could investigate that. Or we could just keep walking. Wolves I find are kind of difficult to get up close to. Unless you have a collar, which I think we dumped it, didn't we? That's the wrong button. Okay, so we've got the roe deer collar. Deer grunt for fallow. And a red deer collar. Which is 3 species that we have not seen any signs of. Which is fine. I should have just stuck with it. I think I did say when I looked at the map first that we're probably in the waterfowl area. Okay, what have we got here? Wild boar looks fresh. Kind of hard to tell. I'm guessing it's like that. Okay, so they have a zone back there. We either backtrack or we head down to the water. I think what we might do is try backtracking, because I kind of want to see what's up here. Plus the wind's pushing down to there, so... yeah, we're not going to be able to sneak up on them, really. Even though 5 meters a second's pretty slow. Wish you could pick up the mushrooms for like $2 or $3. we've got a bit of an open space over here. We'll come up high and overlook it if we can. On a map like this, I'm assuming it's kind of similar to like a Hirschfelden from a couple of other games, where you kind of want to locate the open fields. On Nez Perce Valley, up in the hills of, what's on the map? Small Paws region? These sort of open fields early in the morning were good. There's mushrooms everywhere. And same with like in Diamond Drill. Along the river to the right of Volkel's cabin. There's some good areas in through there for mule deer. Kind of got to approach this as if it was like real life. So I kind of assume that in this valley animals would choose to walk and use it. So we've kind of lost those wild boar tracks, even though I know they're to the right of me. They're back that way somewhere. But we do have a zone here at the bottom, which I'm going to guess is like a wild boar zone, just because we came across it before. Okay, wild boar eating, rarely. Okay, so if they're going to drink at 11, I'm guessing they eat at 7. Wild boar eating at 7. Okay, so this might be a good run if you head straight down to the water in the morning, say 5, 6 o'clock, with a shotgun and a bow, or a 308. Do a quick half run down here for ducks, geese, and then maybe come up in through here for wild boar, even though we haven't even seen these wild boar yet. It could be just one, for all I know. Okay, now I'm thinking either do I head down to that bridge and look to the left to see if we can see the wild boar drinking, because it's 9:58, call it 10. They should be getting close to the water's edge. Because we did see them tracks earlier and they were heading down towards the water, unless I was reading them backwards. Is that a zone? Okay, what do you reckon, a rest zone? Resting rarely. Wild boar. Still the same herd? It is. No, it's not. It's a new one. Oh no, that was the new one. Feeding. Okay, so that's safe. Drinking and rest. Okay, we got 2 of them. There is 6 zones per herd, if that makes sense. 2 of each, I'm pretty sure. Unless they're like a duck or something. Then they only have 2 zones. But I think technically when it comes to their feeding zones, they have, instead of the drinking, they have extra feeding. Seeing some tracks there. We're heading off in this direction. And that's just an assumption that I'm reading the tracks right. So if that was their resting zone, they have to have a feeding zone up here somewhere. It's probably more to the right of me. There are a lot less animals, unless I'm just used to playing on Nez Perce Valley and knowing where the animals are. Okay, a little bit of a run still left to go. I guess we'll get to the end of it, and then I'll call it there. Just day one impressions. Thought I heard something. Dunno, sounded like the Predator. Okay, well, let's just review the water. I don't think we're going to get like really long sight lines to be able to scan, you know, 300 to 400 meters out along the road there. I think our best bet of spotting animals is if we hug the water a bit. I'm liking the look of the map so far. I probably shouldn't say the whole map, but this region looks alright. I don't mind it. I've seen like a lot of like people who play the game say it's their least favorite map, which it could turn out to be mine too, depending on the rest of it. But the 3% that we've looked at so far looks alright. Not a lot of animals on it though. Actually, you know what I should have done in retrospect? I should have hugged the water. Yeah, so that's what I'd do next time. Hug the water and grab the zones, even if they're just 1,000 duck zones. Because we did pick up occasionally a wild boar, or maybe 2 wild boar drink zones. But we probably could have ended up getting, you know, 20 to 30 different drink zones rather than cutting up along the road in hopes of finding something. So yeah, maybe we just stick to the water for this last little bit and see if we pick up, say, 10 zones. It'd be more beneficial doing it that way, even if it is just a lot of me walking around and talking. So the zone might be kind of hard to see in through here with these tall weeds. Okay, so there's one zone. Let's see if we do get 10 to 12. It's like on the swampy region on Nez Perce, north of Bear Den Ranch, up where the moose and that are. I've been through there hunting ducks, I don't know, 30, 40 times, and pretty much every time I'll find a new zone. Oh, also you're going to notice I do this a lot. That's me looking at the map or checking the time. It's kind of annoying. I try to limit it. Or maybe not just flick through it so quickly. Okay, so there's like 4. Oh, okay, they're going to be hard to hit in through here. But I guess a bow and a quarter and the stands. Yeah, see, look at all the zones. This is what we should have been doing. So ignore the first 30 minutes where I just walked around thinking, I want to go inland. I guess if you want to be efficient about it, just walk the shoreline straight up. Because we've got like 6 zones in 2 minutes. And there's going to be more that I can't see. I'll probably walk past just as many. Wonder what, let me just look at grey lag geese real quick. Grey lag. Okay, so 10, 12 o'clock they start feeding again. I was just thinking that, like, surely we'd come across some more instead of just zones. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to do this run like another 3 times in through here, which will be fine because I'll bring a shotgun next time. After lunch into late afternoon, if they're anything like the other waterfowl. I'm gonna really try hugging the water for the last little bit. Just to see if anything drinks like right on the edges of the map. Which I'm guessing they're not going to. Map boundary. I was wondering why my character was just walking really slow there for a second. Is that something I can walk through? 40 to 60 meters. It'd be interesting to see at what range they spook. It's about the same. See, these kind of areas is where I'd think that there'd be like wild boar feed zones. This could be a very slow region for me, I was just thinking, because if it's just waterfowl down here, pretty much over nighttime there's nothing for me to do. Because they pretty much disappear off the map over nighttime. There is wild boar, but if they rest and feed out of this region, then I can't really go and chase them down. Also, I thought that there'd be missions. How do you get missions on here? So there's no like storyline mission. I'm guessing there's probably stuff at the campfires on the maps. Because I know there's missions. There has to be. Every other map has like some sort of like storyline. Which could make our job harder, is if we don't find one of those campfires in this region, then we're probably not going to complete the missions until like later on. Is that the map boundary? Pretty much. Okay, so really quickly, we've still got like 9 minutes left. I want to keep it to an hour. We're just going to sprint. So I like to put on auto sprint and just toggle off the sprint feature and look around for zones. So 120 to 240. So they're kind of on the edge of the map. Well, they're kind of hard to see. Okay, I'm assuming they're sitting on a zone, so if they spook off, I don't really care. Okay, resting. Yeah, I suppose they're not quite on the edge of the map. Should spook. 3-star mature, 1-star adult. Okay, because there's a 3-star in there. Although there was only 5 of them. Probably going to take a mental note that there is a decent flock over here, and not to shoot that 1-star young. Wait, there's an extra one now. Oh, there's actually 6. 1-star adult, 1-star young, 3-star mature. Okay, but that's pretty much the end there. Now what I will do is I'm going to sprint over to there. So I don't mind fast traveling, it's just changing times. And I do use the car here and there. Before they added extra, that's pretty cool. Before they added extra parking on Nespris Valley, the car was kind of beneficial to get to areas you'd want to hunt. Particularly I found it for bears on the left-hand side of the map. There was a few areas that were kind of hard to get to, and I didn't want to spend 15 minutes running over there. I'm just going to go on foot from here. Do this little run. We got 6 minutes. Really thought that these kind of areas, there'd be lots of animals on there. I'm guessing maybe early in the morning? Because I really think that all through here, all along that ridge, there'd be feed zones. But I guess it is getting towards lunchtime, so maybe that's only an early morning thing. Yeah, so wild boar tracks, if I can have a look. See, I'd assume that that's facing that way. That's how I'm reading it. With the, I don't know, what to explain, at the bottom of the A? is there. If you look at where my square is, where it says analyze, I'm assuming that that's the heel. I could be wrong. So I'd assume it's heading that way, up there. Which if we had a bit more time, I'd probably investigate, but we can see a lot of terrain in front of us. So I kind of want to just scan that as we make our way over here. I want to shoot something bigger than a duck, but... Oh no, a goose. Sorry, we shot one. Again, I'm just going to sprint and then toggle off here and there. So that's our zone. Got here somewhere? Okay, so it's 11. So if there are any wild boar to the east... Oh wait, what's this? Hunting structure. Didn't even see that pop up. Okay, that's right, we'll get them later. Okay, so the hunting structure is overlooking this area that I'm currently standing on. Which, if I was a, quote, developer or individual who wanted to create a hunting stand, I'm not going to spend time and effort building it in a bad spot, and it's overlooking where I'm standing right now, so I'm guessing that there is going to be something here. And again, wild boar, I'm assuming, just guessing. Eating rarely. I'll say rare zone though. What kind of shot is that? 380. Doable. I thought that was something. Yeah, see, this run's going to be good. Like, from the car up here, you got eyes on all of this. I'm assuming that's still... Oh, that might be out of render distance for console. You got like long sight lines, more wild boar. Yeah, so this one might actually be like a proper run, where you can run it and sprint it and just zoom in with your binoculars. Which I have no indication as to what time would be the best one. But just from playing other hunting sims, it looks like an early morning kind of place to me. You see, I read those tracks as coming down here, but I've been keeping an eye on there because it is just after 11. I'm just not seeing anything. I know I keep triple checking the exact same areas, but you never know. I might have been on a bad angle and any of the animals were behind trees. So because I've moved 200-300 meters along, just checking to see if I can spot anything. Wait, was that a zone? No. I don't know, I thought I'd seen a flash of red. So I have my zone set up as red at the moment. I'll probably change depending on the map, but I think red with this sort of like yellowy green should stand out. So we just head up over here because I thought I saw a zone just briefly. Could have been just like grass rendering in, which I think it was because I'm not seeing it. Oh, I know what it is. It's the orange on my sleeve. See, bottom right hand corner. So when... Oh, my binoculars stuffed up there for a second. When I take the binoculars down, I catch the flash of orange in the corner of my screen. Yeah, because I went the high vis river. Oh, I thought that was an animal. It's not. Okay, so there's a campfire. We might actually get missions off here. Gonna come back down into the water to see if there's any wild boar down here. I mean, there has to be, surely. 11 o'clock. It's 11:36. I like the terrain, though. I like this sort of open area. So this will be a run. We'll call this Run B. So heading east. So I'm guessing Run A, the first one that we did to the west of the lodge, that's just purely going to be ducks, I think. I know there's some geese or some ducks down there. Even though there is wild boar down there, it was kind of dense. Okay, we'll go grab this zone first. There's going to be a feeding zone down here. Grab this, we'll go to that campfire, get that unlocked. Some ducks, or yeah, I think they're ducks taken off. 1-star young. This might actually be a good area for the the 22 as well. Take some long range shots on some ducks. I'm going to use that a lot. I think there was a mission actually on Nez Perce Valley. You had to get like 3 heart shots on ducks. I think that's the only time I've used it. Grey lag geese. Anything good? Not really. Not that I can see anyway. There's one male. 60 to 80 meters. You cannot see him. 1-star adult. Okay, so we'll probably take a female. Female mature. Young male. 2-star mature. I think with the waterfowl, I'm just going to take 1-star matures. 1-star young. Okay, usually I would have shot that 1-star young. I kind of want the mature female, but I couldn't be bothered getting out the binoculars. At least you can get to within like a decent range just walking up onto them, so the shotgun might actually be kind of fun. Just double check. No, claim, please. Claim. Kind of cool. Grey lag geese. Don't give a lot of money. Oh, you know what I just remembered? Is that I said that I want to pay attention to the low fitness. Why are they all glitched? Are they stuck on a boundary? Yeah, so I said that I want to pay attention to low fitness, but the way I hunt waterfowl and pheasants on Nez Perce Valley is I just grab a shotgun and I shoot anything that flies away, which I kind of like doing that. So I think when it comes to the grey lag geese and any other pheasants, waterfowl, upland game bird, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I want to see if this flock here knocks this one off whatever invisible wall they're stuck on. If not, we're going over there with the bow and we'll just shoot all of these. Imagine if this flock gets stuck there too. I might have to go get some more ammo. No, looks like they can fly past. Let's go and investigate, and then we'll get the that campfire that's over there. Oh, now will they get stuck? Don't tell me. Oh, okay, no. I think they're past. I thought one of them got stuck in there. There's no way, right? Yeah, map boundary. Okay, well, we've got 14. We have enough. My 0 to 25. Is that going to make it easier? Not really. Well, if you want lots of grey lag geese for a mission, you watch. I bet you there's a mission here where I have to get heart shots on something. Heart shots on grey lag geese with a crossbow, and I won't have it unlocked. I don't know how I missed it, but you watch. I'll miss half of these next ones. And if I was really clever, I'd probably stand directly underneath them, wouldn't I? Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe you don't want to stand underneath them. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to claim these if they're out of the boundary. Yeah, this is a little cheesy, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'll do it till I run out of ammo. I know I got the 308 there. That might be a little overkill. I just wish they'd hover in the one spot. We've got to wait for him to dip back down, I think. Alright, that was a hit. Probably should use a hunter sense, shouldn't I? I don't even know if it would show up. 25. Yeah, it makes more sense. 0 to 25. Wonder if they're always going to get stuck here. I kind of feel bad doing this, but whatever. Make myself $38. I'll see it, we're out of ammo. But we have the 308. We may as well just try it. Pretty sure we'll get negative value in money, but we'll see. Kind of 0 to 50? Okay. I don't know how that didn't hit. Yeah, that's it. Just gotta wait for him to come back down. Okay, now let's watch me take 17 bullets to kill one goose. This one might be invincible, I'm not gonna lie. That last one looked like it should hit. Okay, I think we wait for him to get to the top. Now again, I'm doing a service to the animal community. Because imagine if these get stuck here every time I load the game, which I'm guessing this guy is going to get stuck here because I couldn't hit him. Okay, I kind of exploited the game there. I apologize. Anything decent in here? Imagine that. There's like a 5-star. Okay, if there is a 5-star, we might not tax it. An 84.85. Okay, that's kind of high. I'm walking so slow because of the map boundary. $77, 2-star. Okay. $64.99. Female and some more. It feels as though I probably should have taxed a male and a female, but that's fine. And $96.89. Yeah, so probably a 5-star. Now, do we tax it? And then every time we look at it, we can remind ourselves of how poorly we exploited the game just there? No, we won't. That's high genetics though. 61. Okay, so we kind of missed out there. That's fine. We'll get one eventually. Fairly. But see, that's the one thing about the way that I hunt the waterfowl is by just... I would have shot him anyway with the shotgun. I wouldn't have known until I picked him up. That's kind of hard to get though, like... when animals die outside on the map boundary. I mean, at least it's not like a timer, like a 10-second timer to get there. Okay, well, we've gone over. Approaching an hour and a half. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay, so we do have missions up here. Is there more? Okay, so this is where you want to spawn in at if you want geese. Let's have a quick look. I can't help myself. Do you have to click on it? No. Okay, 2 eating often. We got a car spawn parking lot here. What do we got here? Are you looking for a challenge? How good of a shooter you are. How good of a shooter you are? Question mark. Shouldn't be are you? Anyway, for most hunters, this is a question of not only skill but ethics too. We just can't let ourselves not take our shot seriously. If we are not sure, we never pull the trigger. We just wait until the next opportunity. But when it comes to bird hunting, I let myself loose. I'm pretty confident with my shotgun, and I'm wondering if there is anyone in the area who can challenge me. Will you? Yeah, great. Harvest 5 grey lag geese with a Remington 870 Wingmaster. We could have just done that then. Harvest 5 wild ducks with a Remington V3 Waterfowl Pro. Okay. I like that idea. Creatures with deadly teeth that can ruin any picnic and will not hesitate to chase you out of their own garden. One of the most feared animals on the planet, the goose. Okay. I didn't see it saying the goose, but anyway, as a little kid I was attacked by an especially vicious goose who didn't stop biting me and kept chasing me around the lake. After this incident, I suffer from anatophobia. Anatidae, whatever, big word. When you research this term, it's defined as the irrational fear that somewhere a duck or goose is watching you. Nah, no way. And it's not a medically recognized diagnosis. So I started my own AA, big word, anonymous. We share our fears and experiences to help us battle this anxiety disorder. One of the ways to treat this is exposure therapy. We're exposed to geese until they no longer trigger a fear response, and what better way to deal with them than with a shotgun if you find yourself terrified. Join our quest and emerge as a new person. Sincerely, Big Word Anonymous. What are we going to do there? That made me laugh, that did. Can I click on the map? Oh, okay, so there we go. There's our question marks. Hunting stand. I'm going to say campfire. Another hunting stand. This area is actually kind of big. Okay, the waterfowl. Okay, okay, quick wrap up. Let's go to the objectives. Harvest 30 greylag geese. Oh, we could have got like 10 of them just then. You'd be nice to join forces. Okay, but... Oh, wait, you can't do 2 in this game, can you? You gotta choose one or the other. Greylag geese. Okay. Greylag geese and ducks. Okay, back to the lodge. I kind of want to check out this shooting range as well, but we'll do that here next time, I think. Okay, where's our computer in here? Okay, where is 870 Wingmaster, 20 gauge pump. Okay. And then what was the other one? The V3, a 12 gauge semi-automatic. Okay, so we need to sort out our loadout so I don't forget. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we'll keep the stands and the binoculars. They're not in the way. Okay, so we need a duck caller. Tracks landing ducks. I don't really like that one. It is the wench caller. Wild duck. Wench for all ducks. Okay, check. Okay, so then we need a goose. Goose caller. Is this the landing one? It is. Okay, maybe I haven't been given the traditional one enough thing. But this one only really sort of works if you spot them in the air. And in that entire time, we saw them on the ground. But whatever, greylag goose. Who knows, maybe that it'll call them back. And I'm guessing the hog caller. That's probably what I'd run with next time. Okay, we want a shotgun. And we want to take... Was it the Wingmaster? It was. Do I want to zoom on it? Probably. I think I like that one more. And hogs. A wild boar. They were tier 5, weren't they? Let's just have a look. I think they were tier 5. Encyclopedia. Wild boar. Okay. So I'm not really looking at the hunting tier. I'm looking at the recommended hit energy, which is roughly... I don't know, if you... Basic rule of thumb that I've been using is if you're hitting them with 3,000 joules, you're pretty good. Grasslands, lowland, and floodplain. Okay, tier 5, 3 to 9. We'll get a tier 5. I like the Styre mono block, but should we try something different? 223's alright, but it's only a 5. 3, sorry. 243? Yeah, let's go with 243. And that scope, I'm guessing. Okay, so this will be the loadout that I'll run. Yeah, I think I like that scope better than the other one. You watch, after using it and missing a lot of shots, I'll probably change it. And then, yeah, that scope's fine. That's the one that I used to use it a lot. Actually, no, I don't like that one. I like the one with the big open sight. Which is... It's not that one. Isn't the Leopold VX Freedom a 4 to 12? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Thunderstrike, no. Is it that one? That's the one that I like. Oh. Nope. Probably should remember which ones. This is it. Yeah, this one. I just like it because the open sight picture at the top, I can follow and look around. Yeah, so we'll go with this. So that's the loadout that I'll use next time. Anyway, cheers guys, thanks. I think we're going to stick with this region, and it is called the Adrenk Expanse floodplain. So what we'll probably do is do a couple of runs until like 5 or 6. And we're probably going to go after greylag geese more. So when do they finish feeding? 1900, so 7. So pretty much until just before dusk. And then during the night, I guess we're going to have to swap to wild boar because we didn't see any evidence besides some badger tracks. There's actually like a lot of like plugs in this lodge. A lot of weird ones hanging off the roof. I didn't go upstairs. Let me just have a quick look before we stop. Okay, yeah, not bad. Okay, yeah, so we'll try filling that up. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.